Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming today. I am Stio, and today I'd like to present about my journal with the title Strategy Conditions of Speaking and Presenting Skills Learning Strategy in Vocational School. The author is Setio Eko Wahyu Adinugroho, Laili Etika Rahmawati, and Miftahul Huda. In the first slide is about abstract. The purpose of speaking skills in learning Indonesian is so that students can be convey information orally by going through the stage of critical, creative, and innovative thinking in writing news in a coherent manner. This study was conducted to determine the condition of the learning strategies carried out in SMK. This type of research is descriptive qualitative research with observation method. Data collection techniques are carried out by observing and taking notes. In the study, that analysis were carried out by explaining the finding of the data obtained by the observation method. Next slide. Introduction. Number 1. Learning is a student activity that is not only required to memorize or remember, but also so the student can achieve competence and show a change in behavior in himself, such as knowledge, understanding of theory, and its application, attitude, action, skill, reaction power, acceptance power, behavior, and all anything that involves all aspects of the student self. Next, the challenge faced in learning Indonesian in the COVID-19 era is that Indonesian is not a subject that is of interest to students. Number 3. Speaking is an activity of delivering information, talk communication. A good vocabulary is needed so that the purpose of the information delivery process can be processed by a listener properly. Learning innovation is needed in providing solutions to support student speaking skills. The student learning process will be carried out optimally and achieved according to the goals set if the solution offered are right on target. Next, the urgency of the study is that if the condition of speaking skills study for the student in SMK is not known, then it is not known whether the up-to-date learning strategies for the student speaking skills are good and suitable. Research approach and method in this slide. The type of research carried out in descriptive qualitative. The method used in this study is the observation method with not taking a listening technique as the data collection technique. This research activity was carried out from January to June with the object of SMK Muhammadiyah 2 Andong Boyolali. The research procedure of this observation method was carried out by going directly to the file to get data and to know the condition of speaking skill learning strategies in SMK directly. The data analysis technique in this study was carried out by explaining its finding of strategies and learning tools that were adapted to the school curriculum. Indonesian language learning on speaking skill competent at SMK Muhammadiyah 2 Andong for the academic year 2021 and 2022 applies the driving school curriculum. In this curriculum, learning objectives are arranged based on CP, ATP, and teaching modules. The following is the content of learning outcomes in Phase A of the Indonesian language subject. Element of speaking and presenting. Students are able to process and present ideas. Thought, views, direction of message for the purpose of submitting proposal, formulating problems, and solution in the form of monologue, dialogue, and speech logically, coherently, critically, and creatively. Students are able to create expression according to the norms of politeness in communicating. Learners contribute more activity in discussion by preparing discussion material, carrying out tasks and function in discussions. Students are able to express sympathy, empathy, care, feeling, and appreciation creatively in the form of multimodal fiction and non-fiction text. Currently, the independent learning curriculum has provided with a space for more focused Indonesian language learning. The independent learning curriculum has provided freedom in learning to develop competence and innovate according to the capacity of student of learners. Research approach and method. Number 1. Condition of strategy for the achievement of speaking and presenting skill. So far, the learning strategy used at SMK Muhammadiyah 2 Andong class X or class 10 in achieving the element of speaking and presenting skills is the strategy of taking notes and reading a lot after going to the story writing map stage. Learning with the story writing map strategy on the learning achievement of speaking and presenting skill tends to stop at the point writing and reading a lot. In the driving school curriculum, elements of speaking and presenting skills with news tag material aim to enable students to speak and present news information like a reporter and news anchor. The story writing map strategy is very helpful in writing news with the stimulus of student visualization result, but the strategy has not yet led to the formation of student speaking and presentation skill. Up-to-date method to achieve the learning objective of speaking and presentation skill. To achieve learning objective in accordance with learning outcome in Phase A, namely students are able to think critically in conveying information coherently, creatively, clearly, innovatively, and logically. The story writing map strategy need to be improved again, and an update strategy is needed. The story writing map strategy is considered capable of making students write complete information, but to convey its being speaking, the strategy has not been able to. It is necessary to add a role model, an important point that must be trained in order to convey information properly. Speaking and presenting skill require good language mastery skill, delivery of material, on information that focus on the object of the problem, and a way of carrying with the help of self-expression and visual expression so that the information conveyed can be conveyed communicatively. With the explanation above, it can be seen to train and grow speaking and presentation skill in according with the learning achievement on speaking skills. It is necessary to pay attention to the visual factor of student after getting a stimulus for hearing and writing, so that the shape student into speakers and presenters. Listening. Writing and writing skills are needed. Reading, speaking, and improvising speech to present. Conclusion. It can be a conclusion that in learning speaking skills of students in SMK unused tech material, the story writing map strategy has not achieved maximal result for the purpose of being able to speak and present according to what is stated and the CP learning outcome. The story writing maps strategy tends to stop at writing and reading aloud skills because there is no stimulus that becomes a role model in student minds to speak and present. In learning new tech with competence is speaking and presenting skills, students must increase the wealth of vocabulary and improve body gesture to support student self-confidence. There are several things that must be considered in conveying news information, in addition to the richness of vocabulary as well as speaking technique, facial expression when speaking, tone and body gesture. These things need to be considered and taught to support students' speaking and presentation skills in accordance with the element of Indonesian language learning achieved phase A and the driving school curriculum. With the explanation above, it can be seen that in order to train and grow speaking and presentation skills and in accordance with the learning achievement of speaking skills, attention is needed on the visual factor of students after getting a stimulus for hearing and writing, so that to shape students into speakers and presenters. Listening, writing, and writing skills are needed. Reading, speaking, and improvising speech to present. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.